scalping. Now, it's definitely one of the corniest things going on the internet right now. If you don't know by now, scalpers are pretty much people who just mass buy items and just resell them. And they would just get their hands on majority of the stock, so nobody else was able to buy it at the regular price. So I guess people, if they wanted the item, they'd be forced to go to them and they get a crazy margin off it. If you really think about it, it's pretty lame. But one of the main things that gets scalped that I've even talked about before is Pokemon cards. You got people fighting tooth and nail at machines, trying to like shove each other for packs. I'm good, bro.
Costco Pokemon card fights.
Yo, this is barbaric. Like, imagine going to Walmart and seeing this shit just casually. And some people will deadass throw hands over boxes, over a goddamn Pokemon tin. Pokemon scalper crashes out after cutting in line and being denied checkout.
There's been a line there.
All right.
Are these 3 seconds already say enough? I know it's not really a crash out, quote unquote. He's not screaming at the top of his lungs. But I mean, the crash out's brutal. Like, yo, you are a grown ass man acting like a spoiled kid. Like, why do we have grown dudes in public acting like absolute babies? I guarantee you there were actual children in that line that acted more mature than this guy. I mean, let that sink in. In the middle of Target, on a tantrum, dude's in his like mid 30s, late 30s. Shit's sad. And then Buddy just started playing Ultimate Frisbee out of nowhere. I don't know, he could have hit somebody in the head with that thing for all I know. Pokemon scalpers set up shop right outside of Target.
This has to be some of the most insane scalping I've ever seen in my life. So I'm at Target in the card section. Obviously, there is no Pokemon. It's all taken up. But
yo, this shit would be so depressing to look at. Like, I know my days of collecting Reshiram EX tins and Kyogre EX tins, I would be sad, man. Like, the amount of funds I would have to save up is crazy because of these goddamn scalpers, hypothetically. Now, I'm sure scalping existed when I was 7 years old, but it was not this big of a problem.
we take 5 steps outside. We get here and look at these prices.
They really have a whole ass store outside of Target. They bought the store damn near. That's probably all the stock Target had right there. They really just opened up a brand new business for this shit. This is genuinely sad. And the Eevee box is going for $160. I don't know if that's like insane. I don't really like keep an eye on that stuff. But if I had to have that much motion when I was 7 years old, bro, yeah, forget it, man. I would have never collected Pokemon cards in the first place. But Pokemon cards aren't the only item being scalped in 2026. Damn near everything is being scalped. Even AP swatches? I don't even know what this is, bro. Like, you know the rabbit holding the clock? That's what this shit reminds me of. Now, when I looked up AP swatch online, $786 on StockX for the green one. $786 for that. Personally, for me, that's a $5 purchase. But it's AP. Everybody wants ice. So they want it. And just like every other item that has any demand, scalpers just lose their mind over them. And same deal, they waited in line at the stores probably like 2, 3 a.m. They bought them and they're now reselling them. $2,000 on eBay. $2,000! $895 for each swatch. To each their own, I guess. But bro, who is genuinely buying this for $895?
It's like 1 or 3 guys there with a whole bag of swatches. Like, I don't know how they got 20 pieces, but they have 20 pieces there and they're selling it for around 2 to 3K.
I heard people are actually trying to go on carousel, trying to hire people to come and queue for them. I don't think many of them are here for the watch itself. I think it's just for the resale value in it.
Yeah, they really sold that shit out. And I guess some of them are going for 2, 3K. You could just see the pure disappointment in these guys' faces, realizing that these bum-ass scalpers just ran off with like hundreds of these, just ready to sell them for 10x the price. Dudes will really just scalp anything. Like, honestly, the store's gotta put a limit on how many people can buy. If there was a limit, this probably wouldn't be happening. I wouldn't be seeing listings for $9,000, $11,000 for like a whole bundle of them. I don't know if that's like the genuine price or if scalpers have just driven up the price that much. And of course, it's AP. The base price is already going to be insane. Now, this is something I never expected to be scalped. Concert tickets. If I can't see my goats in person because somebody bought out all the tickets with the bot and is now reselling them for $2K, I'm gonna be pissed. But basically, some scalpers use bots to buy tickets, and they'll somehow just claim a bunch of them. And there's even been sightings where there's a whole row or like group of seats with nobody in them because it was all claimed by a scalper. Supposedly, I don't know.
Empty seats behind us. People did move into some of those seats from other sections, but either way, there were definitely spaces across the stadium for more Swifties.
I don't know, but it's a little bit suspicious that this trend is on the rise and that there's just coincidentally nobody in those seats at all. Just that entire group is missing. Now, what do you think these new margins are looking like? How greedy do you think the scalpers got with these? Well, now some of them, I'm just gonna play the clip. So the caption reads, "You mean to tell me I lost this ticket to a scalper?" $2,000! What the fuck? $2,000. That is a fresh PC right there. High quality PC for some concert tickets because some bum wanted to scalp it. I mean, that seat isn't cheap to be fair to begin with, but it could have been 1K instead of 2K. That price difference is crazy though. I'm not really sure what that seat would originally go for, but it's definitely not 2K. That shit's the price of a World Cup ticket. Let that sink in. Trader Joe's tote bags. Yeah, like deadass, one of those reusable grocery bags. I don't even know how this has the hype in the first place to be scalped. This just proves what I said earlier. Dudes will really scalp anything. I can't imagine that being hyped up. It has to be the most overhyped product of 2026. Just to give you an idea how hyped this thing is, I found this shit scrolling on my For You page last night. This line went on forever. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. It's all over this grocery tote bag. How is this even scalped in the first place? But yeah, we got dudes on here posting like this. You become a TJ scalper because sneakers are dead. All right, there's proof that they actually exist, bro. People actually scalp these things, and people actually want these things. A double whammy of shit. Yo, apparently this guy has like 100K in his hand because on eBay, some of them are 15 grand, a set of 4. How are they going for that much? Here's another listing for 4,500 for 4 of them. Never did I think a grocery bag would 1, have hype, or 2, be scalped. At that point, just consider me getting a rep. Even if it's like completely boof off Shein and it says Ray Joe's, give it to me. Now, even if it's down to the wire, another sad thing scalpers will do. Even if there is a literal child trying to get a product that just dropped alongside them, they're gonna try and beat them to the product. Scalpers will just get their hands on anything that's trending and they don't care who's in the way. They would rather scalp the entire stock at Target than give up one to the kid behind them. They don't care.
Oh, damn, son.
I thought about to just get going, bro.
That's crazy.
Wow, that is pathetic. How fucked up in the head do you have to be? She really did all this bullshit running full speed. She was grabbing him off the ground, hoarding it like an animal, trying to get the last remaining scraps of food. That's really how she was moving, was it not? This is really just barbaric type of behavior.
Here's a whole box.
I know, maybe that good body.
Yep, that works. Perfect. Thank you so much. Hit it? Crazy.
And for all that sonic speed walking and running, she was just told there's a limit of 2 per person. And then she's like, it didn't say. Actually, it did say. Like, just put them back. And that's how the kid got one in the end. At least the kid got one in the end, but just look at the behavior beforehand. At least Target did something about it, because if they didn't, the kid would have got nothing. I remember back in the day, there was a rare Skylander that just popped in GameStop. It was called like Camo. I deadass put those instructional baseball league skills to the test there and did a baseball slide to the shelf. If 8-year-old me was moving like that, imagine now. People gotta compete with more and more scalpers every day. Even products from 2025 were scalped, such as like Labubu's and the Bear Cup. Like anything that goes viral, best believe scalpers will be there to capitalize, even if it's trending for like a few months. But if you want to hear about that Labubu and Bear Cup hype, watch this video right here about consumerism. Go watch it now, run.